Steering it is broken down.
It was 35 years ago that the late great Niki Lauda took his 25th and final Grand Prix win here at Zandvoort. He came from 10th on the grid to beat his McLaren teammate Alain Prost by just 0.2 of a second. Well, Zandvoort is a very different circuit today, of course, but still one with an incredible legacy. And we're going to add to that. Welcome along to the 2020 Dutch Grand Prix. 4 lefts and 10 rights make up the 14 corners of the narrow and demanding Zandvoort circuit, with plenty of peaks and valleys over the course of a 2.6-mile lap, which will demand absolute concentration from our drivers here today. Joining us today to oversee all the thrills and spills, it's Anthony Davidson. And great to see you. How are you feeling about the race today, and how are the circuit conditions from what you've seen?
Well, it's looking a bit cold out there, if I'm honest. These tyres have quite a narrow operating window in terms of the temperatures they need to extract the best grip. So with a cold track surface, it's going to be harder to keep those temperatures up, which will lead to lower grip and maybe more mistakes.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Vettel, Alexander Albon, and Perez, Stroll, Williams, Norris, and Carlos Sainz. Fiat, Ricciardo, Romain Grosjean, and Gasly, Russell, Magnussen, Charles Leclerc, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. And Antonio Giovinazzi, Raikkonen, Schumacher, Ocon, and Nicholas Latifi. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
Well, it's Danny Williams here at Volkswagen. Should be an interesting start there with Leclerc taking the grid penalty. We move up one spot to P8. I believe we did qualify P9, so we're moving up, which we will be happy to take. It's a sunny day here, but it is a little cold, only 20 Celsius, but that will help with the tire temperature and, you know, extending the life of them, which the front left can be abused a little bit here, especially at the end of Sector 1 into Sector 2. As always, we'll be joined by my live engineer, Chris. He's his channel, Pontius, well, Cat is racing now, and he's joining in now. How are you doing?
How you doing, Danny? How do you read me?
I got you loud and clear.
All right, great. Yep. I saw that. So with the grid penalty to Leclerc, you move up to 8th, which, yeah, in one way that's good. But it also puts you on the inside, which, as we discussed, is a challenge going into turn 1. So
That is true,
certainly.
unfortunately. Yeah, that I
Yep.
hadn't thought about that with the change. Yeah, it would have been on the outside. But we'll deal with
But
it and
still,
figure it
yeah,
out.
absolutely. We'll just deal with it. Should be a good race here. This is a fun track. Obviously, with the camber in the corners, makes this a kind of a unique challenge on the F1 schedule. And you've shown some good pace throughout the weekend, so it should be hopefully a decent weekend for Volkswagen. We're looking at a one-stop race. So our strategy right now is most likely a soft to the hard, and looking at what is it suggesting for the pit window. Bit of a lag here. Looks like my lag is about 10 seconds
Oh
so
wow,
far.
okay. It's a little up from normal. So it's recommending pit on 12
Okay.
with a window of only about a lap. Let's just try this.
Yeah, if you go to 13, what does it say for the mediums?
Well, it's interesting because it's suggesting that I couldn't even, I can't make the mediums work.
So it's saying right now, yeah, I'm just curious where the cliff is for the mediums.
You can see it starts to drop off a bit after 17 laps on them. You can see it ramps up just a hair there. Yeah, I mean, and that would also be really pushing the softs. I mean, really stretching the tires here.
Yeah, you're pushing them both quite a bit at that point.
Although that is projected.
Then,
Let's see, personalize.
yeah, look at that.
Oh, look at that. That changes things up.
Oh, let's see. I'm still waiting for it to show up.
Okay.
Oh, look at that. Soft to medium it is.
Yeah, that's personalized.
I think that's what you have to be shooting for here. How about boxing on 13 and then having those mediums go all the way? Is it not?
It allows that. It's slower, but it allows
It does say it's slower. Yeah.
Let's see. Ooh, I mean, that's only 3 seconds slower. looks like.
And notice how,
Well,
yeah, that was interesting what I just saw there momentarily. It looks like with the fuel load, you'll only get quicker on the hards, whereas with the mediums, you'll start off faster, but it's going to get slower and slower.
right.
Interesting how your I'm looking at the bottom right now. Your last lap on that first stint is pretty close to what you're going to be starting off
On the hard.
doing on the hards. So there really would be like no undercut potential.
Yeah, which is, I know we kind of addressed that. I think that might
Right.
very much be true.
But there is an undercut potential if you do the medium. But
Right, right.
yeah,
Um,
it's interesting. Yeah. Um, what are your thoughts on either of those strategy? You've done the practice on the mediums, on the hards, and let's just hear how you feel.
well, my concern is that while this is personalized and projected in the race strategy, I mean, we have our concerns with, the race strategy program with it. Oh, let's figure out your whole race and only give you 5 laps of fuel. It's not a heavy car. So I'm not sure how accurate it is. So I'm concerned about that. I'm concerned that if that doesn't play out, where I can't manage the mediums or I can't manage the softs for 14. I mean, that is taking, right now, as projected, it is taking the softs to what they should be, their maximum life, and the mediums 2 laps over their maximum life.
Yeah.
That's what that is. So I'm concerned that if we do decide to do that, and realize that it's not working, um, then we end up something like this, and that requires a second stop.
Right.
So that's not great.
So it sounds to me like you're leaning towards the hard then.
Yeah, I mean, I walked into this not opposed to the hard. Some other weekends, it's kind of like,
Right.
the hard
Well,
you can warm the tires up, and they start firing pretty well.
and what really helps out with the feeling of the hards is the banking in the corners here.
Mm,
Um, I feel like that kind of artificially makes the hards feel a little better than they are because you're able to corner that much better. Even with the hard tires, are typically you're going to be sliding and understeering all over the place, but you're able to kind of push a little bit
right.
further with these. I do like that your lap times keep going down, down, down on the hards.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
and it is very close to the mediums.
and
Yeah,
it's only 3 seconds, so it's like, what is that 3 seconds worth? Is it worth knowing that it will work? Whereas the other one is take the softs again. I honestly don't know if I can get softs to 14, and
yeah.
then also
Well,
stretch.
14. Yeah, I mean you already have a lap on them. Call it a lap and a half on them because
Yeah,
you
that's
had
very
the
true.
in lap and out
So
lap. So
you're
it might be a
stretching them
little
by,
over ambitious.
yeah.
So let's go to 12. 12 on the um, softs, and then we'll go to hards.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean I think that's fine. It's subject to change, but I think that should work. Now the maximum that I have here, the max for the hards is only 20. I mean that's 24 right
25.
there. 25. Okay, I typed this in wrong. Okay.
And it looks like, you know, if we have to, overall, it'd be better to come in 1 lap earlier than 1 lap later. But still okay. So I'll leave it at 12. Going to hards. Fuel-wise, the race strategy is calling that I could probably get away with 51.6 kilograms of fuel, which is actually underfueling the car. Not thrilled about that. I don't know, maybe I only bring a half lap of extra.
A half lap.
I forget how much it had me originally. I think it was like 1.5, but I'm looking at race fuel load is 51.6. Well, then race strategy is 52 kilograms. Yeah, 52.1. Yeah.
Well, that'd take a half lap. You'll be able to burn it off, I think, if need
Okay.
be.
All right. So there's that.
And if we need to save fuel at any point, if it gets messed up, I feel like this is a track where it's not too difficult to save fuel here.
No, it's not terrible. So, okay. Let me just confirm that is customized and selected. Fuel is good. Take a quick look at the race director. We first thing that jumps out is signs on the hards in P10. Obviously he qualified P11, but he moves up to P10 and starting off in the hards. Looks like he's the only one on the hards. Got a couple medium runners with the usual suspects up front. And they got Kvyat on the mediums in the back there, so that could be interesting with the hard and the medium. So they'll be staying out for much longer than the rest of the field, but the back runners are on softs. So yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So with that, let's just get things finally set up over here. It has the audio sound. Does it sound okay?
How does what sound?
My voice is sounding different because remember I made a little slight change.
I mean, I'm listening through headphones. It doesn't seem like there are any issues.
On the stream, but yeah.
Oh, I haven't been listening to on the stream. Let me see. One second.
Okay. Just make sure it's not ridiculously loud for some reason.
Okay, it sounds. I mean, it sounds fine. Then again, there's no engine noise right now.
Okay, but it's not loud as right now. It's not ridiculous. Okay.
No, that doesn't sound ridiculous.
Okay, so then it might be still a little quiet, but I'll try to speak up or something like that. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Any last things we have to cover, or are we good to go?
I think we're good. It's gonna be sunny all race, isn't it?
Yeah. Yep. Sunny all race.
Yeah. Straightforward with the weather. Sounds good. Nice day.
Okay. Well, let's go.
All right.
Clutch bite is good, gearbox is responding normally. Make sure to warm up the tyres and brakes. Warm the tyres and brakes throughout the lap.
Start my stroke here. Get this fresh, and then let's try and do a latency test here.
Ready?
Go ahead.
So we're passing a rally sign up above rain heaven. And another rally sign right now.
Pretty significant right now. Yeah, where are you right now?
Going into the turn 11. Right now on the apex. Around the wall.
Might be about 15 seconds.
Wow. Mobile device maybe or something better? Or some other
I am.
device?
I am on the mobile device. Yeah, it's on my iPad. Yeah. We'll do our best. I'll be watching the dots more than the video.
Yeah.
It's considering the video is like the replay.
Yeah. All right.
The rest of the grid is forming up.
Yep.
Be patient and
Good
watch
luck.
for the
Be
lights.
careful going into turn 1.
Yeah, I would have liked to run right, but.
Alright, let's focus now for the rest of the race.
Clean lap. Keep it up.
DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you are within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone. We advise moving to mix 2, fuel to mix 2. is dropping back by about 0.3 a lap.
Cooking that front left.
Got it. Best lap. Good job. Yeah, see if you can harvest it. Just try and keep,
Laptop, the next software ahead of me.
Perez ahead of you, 0.3 per lap faster.
Using softs.
That's correct. Perez ahead of you on softs. Everyone around you right now is on softs. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure why there's a discrepancy. On my screen, it's showing softs. I see what you're seeing as well.
Yeah, I can see the yellow.
Okay, so there you go. It's incorrect.
That's interesting.
A second away from the car ahead. Let's see if we can use DRS to pass him.
Does look like Stroll. Stroll's really slow.
tyre concerns at the moment. Just focus on the driving.
Just trying to stay in the DRS.
I'm starting to see three distinct lead pack. You're in the middle pack, and I'm doing the pack to the back.
Gap to teammate behind is 15.5 seconds.
For your planning purposes, definitely rather come in earlier rather than later if need be.
Copy. We'll watch it. Current lap times are in line with traffic around you.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the hards.
Starting to get understeer on the front left.
Copy. Last lap, you were about the sixth fastest car on track. Last lap, you were seventh fastest car on track. Leaders of boxing. Keep going.
We're going to box this lap. Push hard on the in-lap.
Boxing this lap.
Boxing this lap.
Okay, boxing this lap.
behind you has just fitted the hard tyres. Car behind, running hards.
Hard.
Understood, stopping this lap.
Good job so far. Decent laps. Be careful on the pit exit.
Release, release.
You will
Okay,
have
stay
traffic
clear of the
on
white
pit
line on the
exit. Be
exit.
careful
You'll
with
receive a
these cautions.
penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the track.
Magnussen behind you on softs.
What's his lap time?
Last lap time is a 15.9. He's still getting up to speed. It may have been an out lap.
No, it's fresh. Okay.
Negative, actually. He has not boxed yet.
Car ahead.
Car ahead is Signs on hards. He started on hards. You should have more pace than Signs.
We're not going to be able to run in this engine mode much longer. We're about a lap over target. Drop down to mix too soon. Nick is coming in for his stop.
Signs last lap was a 15.6. I suspect you're about a second faster if you can get clean air.
Yeah, I'm trying to get around him. It's definitely slowing me down.
Okay, you're catching the car ahead, but remember, we need to get to the end of the race on these tyres.
Than it needed to be.
Got me head down, stroll ahead. Keep it up. There are 3 cars ahead of you that have yet to box. Make that 2. Leader Bottas is boxing.
You're pulling out a second a lap on the car behind.
Stroll was 1/10 faster last lap. pack of cars ahead of you that's being held up by Kvyat, who's yet the box.
Kvyat is stopping
Kvyat
now.
boxing out.
Gap to car in front is 3.2 seconds.
Last lap, you were third fastest car on track. Third fastest.
Copy.
Stroll ahead 2/10 faster. You are 1 second faster than the signs behind you.
Copy.
Excellent lap. Your best. You're 1 second faster than the signs. Stroll ahead, still 2/10 faster.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to find that 5.
Up.
Trying to save some energy, but I don't know, I'm not really gaining much. the same strategy?
Everybody is on the hards right now. Sign's on a different strategy. He started on the hards. He has yet the box. Side behind you is yet the box.
The car behind has started to drop back. There's a gap beginning to form. The gap to the car
Big
ahead
Schumacher is stopped in
2.7
Sector 3.
seconds.
Use caution, Sector 3.
Copy.
Caution, caution.
Next corner.
Okay, clear.
I feel like I'm not saving any energy. Just staying right here around 20.
Copy. Fuel usage looking good.
Mix dropped out of the race.
Alright, last lap you were slightly faster than Stroll. Keep it up.
Copy.
We're starting to catch the car in front, but we need to look after the tyres. We won't be making another pit stop. We pretty much burned off our excess fuel.
Excellent lap.
We'll be back
1/10
on
faster
target soon.
than
Don't wait too long to turn the engine down.
Correction, 2/10.
Car's definitely getting lighter. These tires are pumping.
Copy.
Our gap to the car in front is 2.6 seconds.
You're still 2/10 faster than Stroll.
Not being controlled.
times faster still.
Okay, gap ahead is 1.6 seconds.
Signs behind you has finally boxed. North behind you now. Copy. You have a nice little gap behind you.
Careful, we think you're going to start losing some tyre grip around now.
Copy, you will get by.
I'm just gonna wait him out for now.
Copy, good choice.
What's the gap ahead of him?
That's 2 seconds ahead of him.
Make that.
The sooner you get by Stroll, the better. Also, be advised, set soft tires just in case you get
You're losing a small amount of time to the car behind. Keep pushing.
anything silly with Stroll. Most importantly, we need to get by him cleanly.
He's helping with the energy recovery, so that's good.
Copy. Just wait it out, try and spend it on the main straight.
We're catching the car ahead, but be aware that these tyres need to last till the end of the race.
Good job, good job. You're faster than Perez ahead, let's get him.
Copy.
Gap to car in front is 2.7 seconds.
You're a half second faster than Perez.
Give it everything.
Copy.
There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Seven
The car
tenths
behind is
faster.
dropping back. We're seeing a gap form.
Alright, great job, keep pushing. You're a half second faster than Perez and Albon ahead.
Copy.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
Give it everything.
Laps to go.
There'll be 2 laps to go when you get to the line. On this main straight. Laps to go.
Keep managing your tires. Manage your tires.
Alright, let's go. It's gonna be final lap, final lap.
I got no battery left.
This is your final lap of the race. You've lost some time to the car behind. There's only
Keep
one
going,
lap of
keep
fuel
going.
remaining.
Norris behind, about 5 seconds, 2 seconds back. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Any damage? No.
The
Alright,
gap to the
keep it
car
up.
ahead is 8.1 seconds.
That's points.
Ugh.
All right, race
Great
over.
job.
Take care of the car on the way in.
Thanks. I'm almost disappointed. Yeah,
I know,
I'm pretty
you're-
much
you're-
disappointed.
You're upset about the spin there at the end?
Yep.
That's okay. Yeah, it cost you a position.
difficult
But,
race then on a
you were
circuit
really in
that
the hunt. I
demands
was thinking
complete
5th
concentration,
place was
but
a
they
possibility
persevered
there
to
for a
take
little
the
bit.
win.
Yeah,
today.
I was trying to find a way in turn 1 to dive around, or
Yeah.
Tell me,
It's
Ant,
tough,
how do
it's
you
tough.
think they
But hey,
were
it's a-
able to
yeah, it was a
deliver
great
such an
performance.
Incredible result today.
I feel like consistency was probably
that's
the key
the
today. There's
first-
being quick,
first points
and then there's
finish,
being
right?
quick lap
yeah,
after
first
lap
points
after lap.
finish.
If you can
That's
do
a big
that,
deal.
you can capitalize on other people's errors without making many of your own.
Ugh.
And that's an approach that can push you a
Hey,
long
there
way
I
up
am.
the field.
So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the Silver
yeah,
Arrows who
heat
take
off.
top spot. A well-earned victory
So
for Mercedes.
hot right now. Like, oh, those last few laps were so intense.
It was intense. Yeah, you were really you were catching them like crazy. I mean, on the worst end of the scale, you were a half second faster. There were other laps you were like 7/10 plus faster.
So let's review the updated driver's stats.
Yeah, I looked down at my
wasn't the
MFD
best weekend
once
for our
when I was
championship
kind of like
leader,
right
and their
behind them
advantage at the top has been
in one of
reduced.
the
Some amazing
turn
talents
12,
out on the track today.
and I saw it was
But
like
Anthony,
9/10,
who would
and I
you
was like,
pick as
come
your
on,
driver of the day?
I
That's
just
got to
I
be
have
the
the
flying
outright
fifth.
pace. I
Wait,
was like, I
how
just
many flying things have
can't.
we had now? Anyway,
keeps slowing
I'm
me
talking about
up.
Bottas this
It's
time.
tough to overtake.
Just great
It's tough
raw
to overtake
speed.
on this
And
track,
a good
for
job
sure.
in traffic as well.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. Another team that
Should've
excelled
been
today
6
was
points.
Williams, who make further progress
Okay,
up the table.
okay. Well, you just
Unequal parts exhausted and
lost the rear
elated
end
with
out
this
of that
weekend of
corner.
Formula
Yeah.
One.
Turn three
Be
was
sure
it?
to
That
join
corner
us
haunts
for the
me.
next one.
I've lost the
Yeah.
rear a lot of times in that corner.
Yeah.
Not in this career, but in other seasons. God, I was thinking about that during the race. I was like, oh, this corner. Sure enough, got
Last
me
lap.
in the last lap.
It's all right. 4 points.
Yeah, can't complain. I mean, it's 5th race of the season, first season, so.
No, that's a great result. The car's only going to get better. So, you know, it was kind of a straightforward strategy today with the soft hards, and just about everybody was on the one-stop. Well, really, everybody was on the one-stop strategy. You had the couple of cars that started on the mediums, which was a little different. I don't know what happened with the discrepancy with Perez, but I took a picture. He was definitely showing up as softs on my end here.
Yeah.
Then you had Sainz start on the hards, and that didn't work out for him.
Yeah, his times here, I'm showing them now.
His times are pretty bad, yeah.
16s, 15s, high
Yeah.
15s at best.
And that caused a big gap to form behind you, which was very good. But yeah, that was
Yeah, there would have been. I think I saw where the McLarens bunched up, and was Sainz holding Norris back.
yes, Sainz was
yeah.
holding Norris back quite a bit, and then
Would have been some team
I think
orders
he
there.
he boxed. Well, Sainz boxed, and then Norris was able to better his pace a little bit. But you know, for much of the race, it was Sainz behind you running pretty slow laps and creating this gap, which was helpful, because had it not been for him on that ill-perceived strategy, you may have spun yourself out of points on the last lap. But because that gap formed,
Yeah.
you know, you were able to salvage it and just lose only one position, which isn't bad. It's still a really good result.
Yeah, I mean that was probably the most yeah. With intensity of racing, I felt racing other cars, that was probably the top for me.
Yeah.
The best or the hardest, toughest intensity. The only other time I can think of where it was that zoned in was that Brazil race that we did in the wet.
Yeah.
Where that was just like, and yeah, that was we did it from behind, right? I think as
We
well,
did, I
and
think
we
so,
were
yeah.
working our way through the entire field, and
Yep.
you're just like so zoned in, and yeah, that's kind of how this felt, especially towards the end there. Once you were like, yeah, you have the pace to do it. And I could see I was catching them. I was like, oh, you know, I see both cars now at the corner, you know, this and that.
Yeah.
And yeah, unfortunately, that energy got me, and I went for overtake, and I
saw
ran
that.
out.
You ran it down to 0. Yeah. Ouch.
Yeah. I don't know. Today, I just wasn't able. Even the times I wasn't using it, it just didn't feel like the car was harvesting much.
Well, yeah, that may be because of your Your MGUK may be worn.
Yeah, and unfortunately we weren't able to get that part, which would have actually helped for harvesting energy. That failed development,
Right.
so we weren't able to.
Right. So
put
that would have helped, and then plus the worn MGUK, so that ended up being really exposed. Yeah, that's too bad, but you just have Spain next, and then you'll be able to get fresh components.
Yeah, it'll be fresh components, Spain, and then Monaco after that.
I think so.
So. But let's take a little highlights, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was able to work my way towards the outside, and then I was a little concerned that I was giving up too much space. Man, I gave a lot of space there, but had the traction, was able to fight it off. Yeah, that's a horse, I think, there on the inside.
Yeah. It's a good first lap overall, maintaining your position. Yeah, that's much more. It's fine. Especially with the first lap here, I was concerned. So he did a good job.
Yeah, it's chaotic. This is still, I think, behind Stroll here. Oh no, that's where it is. Yeah, Stroll was holding him up. Here's the sun. Here's signs. This got a little crazy. I tapped him there, and then eventually it sorted itself out and I got around. But yeah, that was a lot harder than it needed to be.
Yeah.
Sorry, folks. Jeez, my car. Again, got holes all over it. It's just scuff marks, but it looks like holes.
Yeah.
Here they are, yeah, here's the battle. There's the result that we're spitting out. But yeah, first points, so we'll take that. That was, worked out well. So, straightforward race. Pretty much nothing too exciting, strategy-wise. Science, really probably the most exciting part was science starting on hards. But yeah, got the points, finishing 8th, 5th race, first season my team. Pretty happy with that. We'll be moving on to Spain next. I don't think we're going to have any parts for that, so we'll just have to monitor our wear a little bit. Our practice unit is pretty much done, so we're going to have to look at that, spend some points, and make some investments for our car. We got a big power upgrade coming in Baku. Hopefully that works, but yeah, a few things to look forward down the road. For now, hope you enjoyed. And we'll catch you in Spain. Hopefully in the next couple days we'll start practicing there and move on to Spain. Catch you next time.